I would let you know where we're going. I'm gonna go pick up my package that I've been waiting for over a month from none other than Knitting for Olive. It's my first order of their wool and I am just so excited. After a weekend of just being super sick and in bed all weekend, not being able to move, today I have energy. And then I got like a notification saying that my Knitting for Olive and Bendigo Woolen Mills parcels have arrived. So I'm just, it's a good Monday. It's a great day. This yarn is very exciting because some of it is for my test knit that we're doing a vlog for today. I'm test knitting the Gleniff Sweater for the Wool Barrow on Instagram, and so I've been waiting to cast on this test knit for like over a month, and I'm so excited. And I'm really excited to see what kind of colours actually came because last time I ordered colours from 2 different websites actually. The wool that came were completely different colours, so I'm really hoping that they're the colours that looked like online. Fingers crossed. It has turned out to be like the best Monday of all Mondays that have ever happened in the existence of Mondays, because Gain Yarn was having a sale, and so I ordered some stuff this morning from her. We're going down to Sydney for my sister-in-law's birthday and she loves knitting socks, so of course I had to go buy her some Skein Yarn sock wool. So I got her this one here. There we go. So I got her this one. This is her Sugar Rush collection and it is the creme brulee with mint sorbet, and I think that just describes this so well. It's hard picking colours for other people because you just don't know what they'll like. Beautiful like aqua kind of colour in here, some nice browns, and you know they're socks so you can get away with being colourful. It's great. So I've got her that. I ordered some of this one. It's her all-rounder yarn and it's superwash merino and 20% nylon in the colour walnut, and I just thought that was beautiful. So I'm going to make some cat love socks out of this, I think. So I'm home from running errands and picking up the wool, and I just opened it. I'm so stoked. It is stunning, absolutely stunning. This is some glorious wool. This is my first purchase from Knitting for Olive, and can I just say it's worth the hype. It is absolutely gorgeous. Here she is. This is the yarn that I bought for it and I am so stoked. I think it's gonna look absolutely fabulous. It's quite soft. It is really soft. Well, I'll tell you the colors. This is marzipan, so these are just in like their 4-ply, so they're just merino. This is marzipan and this is plum clay. This is a little bit more purpley than I thought it would be. I thought it would be a little bit more brown just from my computer screen, but I'm really loving the color of it nonetheless. So I'll give you a bit of a close up. Stoked with the marzipan color. It's a gorgeous neutral. That's exactly what I thought it would be, but these colors together are just stunning. So I'm really excited to swatch this up. I did order 1 extra ball of each just in case, because I did not want to be playing yarn chicken with the test knit, and especially because this took over a month to get here. So for the Gleniff Sweater, I am going to be knitting a size 3 for this one. It says to knit it up on 3mm needles. So this is going to take quite a long time, I think, to make this sweater, but that's okay. Good things come to those who are patient, and I am definitely not patient, but we're going to have to be for this sweater. 3mm for a whole sweater of Colourwork. I'm thinking this is going to take me 3 to 4 weeks to make, and that's with like most of my time into this sweater. I will be timing this as well and then seeing how many balls of yarn that I do use up and giving you a total cost at the end of the video as well. I have knitted 1 Colourwork sweater. If you haven't already checked out that vlog, you can check it out. It's the Stitches sweater, and that was my very first Colourwork. So I feel like I've got some of those techniques down pat now. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of a refresher because I finished that one about a month ago, so I've got to remember how to catch floats and yeah, knit continental and English style, which is how I preferred to do it last time. So yeah, we're gonna go in and knit up a swatch. next day and my swatch is dry. So that is fantastic news. I did my swatch up yesterday in a few different needle sizes because I felt that the 3mm just wasn't going to work or quite hit gauge. So I did a 3mm, a 3.5mm and a 4mm sample in the same swatch. Actually I got this idea from Knitting Traditions podcast, so thank you for that. She just does like a I'll do this. She just does like a knit row to kind of define what needle sizes your swatch is. So I did a 3mm, a 3.5mm and a 4mm needle, and I'm really glad that I did that because otherwise I would have wasted a lot of time today doing more swatches, because I actually am going to do a 4mm needle because that's when I hit gauge. So my numbers were, I did pre and post blocking numbers. I hit gauge, I got 28 stitches and 32 rounds for the 4mm needle. I was trying to wrap my head around like why that would be, because she is fingering weight and I use fingering weight. So her suggested yarn is actually like 400 meters per 100 grams and mine was 500 meters per 100 grams. I see why I had to go up a needle size, and I'm not mad about it because the idea of knitting an entire sweater on 3mm needles wasn't the most appealing thing, but I feel like a 4mm needle just, it feels a lot better. It feels like it's not going to go as slow. So I'm actually really glad that I'm going up to 4mm. It just works better in my head. I can now cast on and start this project. I'm so excited. So I'm up to an hour 41 on this. So far so good. I have learned a few new things. On the first round it was saying like to make one or like increase one stitch, and it said to do it in any preferred method, and I didn't have a preferred method because I've never done anything other than like make one left and make one right. So I looked up a few different like versions of how to do that and thought I'd do one that looked quite easy, and it's just like you twist the yarn and then you pop it on the needle and that's it. Like it makes one, and I think it worked out pretty well. Pretty neat and seamless, can't really tell where they are. So the other thing was short rows. I've done German short rows before, but I've never done wrap and turn short rows before. So this pattern calls for wrap and turn. It says you can use an alternative method, but I wanted to do it exactly how it says. So I've been looking up how to do the wrap and turns, and it was quite simple to do, I think. The only part that got me was the resolving or the picking up on the row afterwards. So I had to look up how to do that, and I couldn't really find anything on how to resolve them. So I remembered that ChatGPT was a thing, so I was chatting to ChatGPT on how to resolve these, and it was actually really good. Like it explained how to do it perfectly, and then I was like, are there any videos on the internet to explain it? It showed me one by Pearl Soho on YouTube about how to do wrap and turns and then how to resolve them. So that was really good. It was a little bit confusing, and I don't know if it looks like the neatest. So I don't know if I've done it completely correctly. Oh, I think I missed one there. Oh yeah, no, they look alright. Oh, you can't even tell. Some of them look interesting. Maybe it's like a trust the process kind of thing, and just when you knit the next round it might look okay. I don't know. Anyways, we'll see how we go with that. The only thing about the wool, I really like it. It's really nice to work with actually. It's sliding really easily, and it's, yeah, really nice to work with. But the colour is more purple than I thought it was. Yesterday when I was looking at it inside, like under that lighting, it looks like a quite deep brown, and it looks really nice. It was exactly what I thought it was. But bringing it out in the sunshine, it is pretty purple. It's quite purple actually. Yeah, it's quite purple. I don't know how to describe it. Like, it's a pretty colour and I like it, and I hope that it goes alright with me. It's a little bit frustrating when it comes to picking out yarn colours, because I picked this out because it was brown and it's not brown. I should have like really looked at the name. It was plum clay, and plums are purple, aren't they? Plums, I can't think of what a plum looks like right now or what colour it is. Anyways, I'm assuming this is more of a plum colour, not a brown colour. But nevertheless, I will have a purplish sweater, which I don't have anything that's purple, so it was meant to be, I suppose. But it does still look quite nice with the marzipan as well, so I really hope that I suit purple, because that's what we're going with now. The rest of the afternoon I'm just going to be knitting away, probably out here, because it is absolutely amazing. All day I've been spending it outside instead of inside on the bed, and like my mental health today is just fabulous, just fabulous. A little bit of fresh air and a little bit of outdoors just does wonders. I am still very tired, so I might go to bed for a nap, because my machine here, the culprit, kept me up all night. It was not functioning very well, because I have to turn it on somewhere between 2 and 4 o'clock for me to be able to, like, you know, get the correct amount of feeds. This is like medical feeds, in case you don't know. Anyways, the bloody machine kept beeping from 2:30 in the morning, and oh, it was just so annoying. So anyways, I've been up since 2:30 this morning because I could not get back to sleep. It just kept beeping for hours, and I was trying to fix it. So that's why I'm looking so tired today. But as long as I've got a bit of brain function to be able to knit, then I'm a-okay. We might need a little bit of a nap soon, but I'm going to try and charge through, because I really just want to, like, get into this knit, and I especially want to get into the Colourwork section, which I think is coming up like now, actually. So let's get into an afternoon of knitting, if I don't fall asleep. So I'm 2 hours in, and I think I'm gonna unpull it all, because I'm just not happy with it. I got to the German short rows, did them all looking fine, and then I'm doing like the pick up, what do you call it, resolving, picking up the things, the wrap things, and then I don't know what I've done, and now all the stitches look horrible. For like when I went to just do the 2 normal knit rounds, you gotta use long tail cast on, and I accidentally used my long tail to knit half the round. So, and then I didn't realize until it was like a tiny bit left. I was like, oh no. So I had to unpull it all, but in doing that I had to unpull the resolves, like the wrap resolves, and I cannot for the life of me figure out how to do that, like, in a good way for the stitches to look good. I've just made a mess of things. Like, there are holes where there are not meant to be holes. There are just stitches that look weird and wonky and horrible. And so, I mean, I'm only up to here. I figured I could just unpull it. It's only 2 hours, right? It's only 2 hours of work. But it's better than getting to like 4 hours and then going, oh, I'm really not happy with that. That looks horrible. Let me do it all again. But so I know that I'm not going to be happy with this, and I can't for the life of me figure out how to do it. My brain is not computing today, so I'm just gonna start again. I'm just gonna call today a bit of a write-off day. Anyways, I'm going to start again. I'm gonna do the cast on. I'm gonna do all the short rows and everything. At least I know how to do the short rows now. It's good to know how to do those ones. I think maybe this time I'm gonna do German short rows, because I know how to do those, and I know how to do those confidently, and you don't have to pick up and resolve the wraps afterwards, and that's what confused me. And I think I know how to, if I have to undo things, I think I know how to undo that in German short rows. It just makes a bit more sense. Yay! Great start to the project. Anyways, here's to unraveling. So I've gotten back up to where I was with all the short rows and things. Oh, I've got a few more short rows to go, and then I'll be back up to it. But it is getting really chilly out here. It's coming onto sunset, so I'm gonna duck inside, and my bed's not made, so I'm not bringing you inside, because that's embarrassing. I was gonna change the sheets this morning, and it never happened because I spent the day knitting out here. So oops, I'll probably just spend the night editing or knitting on something else. I've got the Colourwork next on this project, and I want a nice fresh brain for that, because I don't want to make any mistakes. on it. So I will see you guys in the morning for some colour work. Chickies! It is 2 days later. Yesterday I didn't get any progress done on this knit because I was shooting photos and videos and stuff for socials. So unfortunately I didn't get any time to do anything on it yesterday. I did, however, get a little bit of time last night to finish my Hibernal socks, so that was exciting. Yeah, no progress on this little beauty. So I frogged it all back. I started again. I've just gotten up to the Colourwork chart, so I'm really excited to start putting both colours into this one. I think it's going to come up really beautifully. Everything's being so noisy today. Chickens, wind, and now a plane. And this morning I was just editing away since like 8:30 this morning. It's now 1 o'clock and I need a break from the computer. So I am having a knitting break and starting on this Colourwork chart, which I am so excited for. Feeling pretty confident about this one. I've got to relook at how to catch floats because that's the only thing that I can't really remember how to do. I remember that dominant colour goes underneath, but catching floats I do need to check up on how to do that again. I'm pretty sure I remember, but I don't want to chance it. So I'm gonna knit on the chart. I'm so excited. I would give you a bit of an update on today. I'm now up to 8 hours and all the colour work is coming up so beautifully. I haven't made too many mistakes actually, which is very surprising. I only had to like unravel half a row because I'd just done one extra colour and that was no big deal at all. It's been a very productive and very good knitting day. I started listening to Book Lovers by Emily Henry and so far it's really good. I'm already like 2 chapters in, but it's really good. Yeah, I'll be keen to listen to that over the next few weeks. It probably won't take me long to get through. I've been very sick today. It hasn't been a fun day health-wise, but I have knitting, so that's all that matters. That made today fabulous. It is definitely slower going than like 8-ply yarn. It's definitely not instant gratification and I'm really okay with that at the moment. I think that's what I needed, just to like slow down my knitting a little bit. But yeah, it's good to have something like this to kind of like slow you down, bring you back to just like meditating and knitting. It's just really nice and relaxing. So, and I'm really glad that there's colour work like all over the body because I so enjoy colour work. It is 100% my new favourite. It's just so much fun. It's like better than just doing like plain stocking knit. Like, don't get me wrong, sometimes you need that plain stocking knit, you just need that mindless knit, but colour work, there's just something about it. It's simple, it's easy, it's really fun. Something about working with 2 yarns in like different hands, like it just feels so good. So yeah, definitely gonna have a look at some more colour work projects to do, but I will see you tomorrow. Good morning. It is actually a few days later from when I last filmed. I have been out sick again. I'm still pretty sick today, but I have been missing knitting on this. I just have not had the brain power to knit on this. I tried. I have been trying over the last couple of days to knit the colour work, but my brain is just, it's not there. It's just not there when I'm sick. And so every time I would try to do a row of colour work, I would be counting, I would think, yes, I'm right on track, I'm awesome, I can do this. And then I'd get right to the end and there would be like 1 or 2 stitches out. And so I'd have to undo the whole line and that was happening so much. And so I was just wasting a bunch of time where I just needed to focus on, I think, just a simple knit. I even tried to go to the collar, so I've started on the collar of it, just because I still wanted to work on it. I didn't want to have too much of a break from it because I really want to get it done. I'm a bit of a monogamous knitter when it comes to that, but the last few days I've been all over the shop. I haven't been able to like just concentrate on the one knit. But yes, I started the little collar, but my issue was that in the pattern it's saying that to go down to a 2.75mm needle for like the ribbing. So because the pattern calls for this to be on a 3mm needle, and then they say for the ribbing to be on a 2.75mm, so I kind of just converted that to be for my 4mm needle, so I went down to a 3.75, and I'm just not sure that was the right call. Maybe I should have stuck with the 2.75, because it's not bad. It's a little bit chunkier than I thought it would be, so maybe that's why she just said 2.75. So I don't know if I should just rip it out and do it on 2.75. I'm kind of halfway there. It's only 3 centimeters. So what I think I might do is just go to the 3 centimeters and see if it like works well. If not, then I'll just rip it back and do it in 2.75mm. But I think it looks pretty good, and I might just do 2.75mm for the cuffs. Yeah, a little bit unsure about that, but we'll figure it out. The other thing that I realized that I've done is I just brain farted from the start, I think, because I have been holding the white as the dominant color, like underneath, instead of the brown. So I've done all of this color work with the white underneath as the dominant color. Like, it doesn't look bad, it looks fine to me, but I'm thinking I might just do up a little bit of a swatch with the color work, with that held as a dominant, just to see if it makes a huge difference in it. And if it does make a huge difference in it, then I will have to unfortunately rip it all back and start the color work section again, which will be quite heartbreaking, I think. Because I'm 12 hours in now, because I just kept on making so many mistakes with the color work, and I just kept those times in. So I'm 12 hours in, and I really don't feel like ripping it all back and starting again. But if it's gonna look better, and especially because it's for a test knit, then I will definitely rip it back, but we'll see. I'll do up a little swatch just to make sure if it makes a big difference for this or not. If it doesn't make a big difference, then I'll just charge ahead and go for it. If it does make a big difference, then I'm gonna be crying while I undo this. Such is knitting, and I should have just been more alert from the start. I'm gonna blame my sick brain for that. It's been a week. But right now, I'm just gonna work on the collar, get that up to 3 centimeters, see how she's going, see how she's looking, and then make a judgment call from there if I should go down to 2.75mm. I just feel like I probably should just start the whole thing again, but I'm not gonna do that. I've done so much unpulling for this color work, and I want a win. I would like a win. A bit of an issue. She's massive, and how? I just think that this sweater is out to get me. I think that's where I'm at right now. Should I be doing this when I'm sick? Probably not. Am I doing it anyways? Yes. Yes, I am. Am I suffering for it? Absolutely. Oh, I was really looking forward to having the collar done so that, I don't know, so that I can just, you know, it's, oh, actually maybe it just needs to be a really big collar. Oh, maybe it does sit well actually. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, I thought it would like sit up like this, and I was like, oh no, and I was literally this close to just ripping it out before I even recorded this. Now I'm very happy, but I actually do think it sits down like this, so I think we're all good. Oh my gosh. I was this close to ripping it out. This close. I think this is okay. Whew. 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 Oh, this makes me so happy. I am What am I up to? 14 hours on the dot. Here we go. I am gonna do a swatch. I think I'm gonna do that now. Do a bit of a Colourwork swatch, switch up my dominant colour to the correct one and see if it makes a big difference. But I honestly think this is actually gonna be fine. And then I can continue on with the Colourwork and hopefully my brain is functioning properly and I stop screwing it up. So I just did up a little swatch and we're all good. It looks pretty much the same from what I could see from the swatch to this, so I think I'm just going to carry on. I will put the other colour in my other hand just in case and if there is a big difference, then I'll have to undo the whole thing. So it's been a couple of days since I've checked in and I haven't had much time to work on the Gleniff sweater. I have had a few hours here and there to work on it, which is great. I've split the sleeves, which is super exciting, and I'm loving how it's working up. I've finally done all of the colour work as well, so the colour work is coming up really, really lovely. I spent way too long on this motif right here, the big one in the middle. That was probably the hardest one, and I don't know why, because it's a pretty simple chart to follow, but I just kept on making minor mistakes and having to redo and redo and redo. So anyways, once we're past that, it was pretty sweet. Like these motifs here, the leaf and everything, they were a breeze to work up. But I have seen the biggest mistake ever. I'm very devastated, but I think it's fixable. I hope it's fixable. So I found out that I've done the short rows very wrong. If you can see here, so I've split the sleeves. So these are my sleeves. And this is where my short row shaping is. Right here, on the side, on the shoulder, per se. Don't ask me how I managed to do that, because I am still baffled as to how I have accomplished this. But they are supposed to be at the back. I just can't believe that I did that, and I don't know how. I still don't know how. I've been trying to figure it out. It's nothing to do with the pattern. I've looked back through the pattern, checked it all, and it's all perfectly good. So it's nothing to do with the pattern. It's definitely just a me problem. It's something that I've done. So I've chatted to my mum about it, and I've sent an email to Tanya, the designer of this, and while I was waiting for that email reply, Mum and I were chatting, and there were like two different options that we could see that I could do. One was to unravel from the top all the way down past the short row shaping, and then kind of redo the short row shaping but in like reverse, so you'd read the pattern backwards essentially, which sounded really hard and probably not the ideal solution for me anyways. Probably just confused me more. The other option we had was to move the sleeves, because all these motifs are the same the whole way around the yoke. I think moving the sleeves to match where the short rows now currently sit would be a much better option, because I'm only about 1 centimetre into the body, like underneath the sleeves. Let me show you. There's only about 1 centimetre there that I've done, so that would be a much easier solution, I think. But I just would have to make sure that the sleeves have the same pattern repeat, so to not mess up like the body colour work or the rest of the sleeve colour work and things like that. So that's a today problem. I did get an email back from Tanya last night, which is great. She said yes, definitely just move the sleeves over to match the back neck shaping. She said what's probably happened is that my beginning of round marker has shifted from the start, and so that's kind of put everything out, all my short row shaping and then the sleeves out, but shouldn't be an issue. I should be able to just move the sleeves across and hopefully it's okay. I'm about 30 hours into this, which I think is honestly a really long time to be spending on just the Colourwork yoke, but it is what it is. I'm actually really happy with the Colourwork and how it's coming up. Anyways, so today's mission is to pull back that centimetre that I've done of the body and then reposition the sleeves to match my short row shaping at the back, and hopefully I can continue on the body and continue on the sleeves. Weight on my shoulders, it's dragging me down, and no one's there to break my spell. Then lightning strikes and I'm seeing an angel walking I've done it. I've gotten past the sleeve dilemma and I'm so happy. It was so much easier than I thought it was going to be. Unpulling it all and then finding like where the new stitch marker had to be and like where the new sleeves had to be. It was so much easier than I thought it was going to be, so I am very grateful for that. And it only set me back, like it only took like an hour or two, like not even long. So all in all, I think it was a bit of a win. It was a bit of a win when you had a lose. It is looking beautiful. I am absolutely obsessed with it. Actually, I haven't tried it on yet, so I was going to give you a bit of a try on. Well, it's kind of over this collar shirt, so it's not fitting amazingly over it, but you get the drift. It's so cute, but it's sitting so much better now. It's looking great. I've gotten maybe like a centimeter and a half, so I'm pretty much back where I was. So I'm just gonna continue on the body and then maybe even start on the sleeves tonight. And then this whole week is pretty much just dedicated to the Gleniff sweater. So I wonder if I can get it done by the end of the week. I think I'm up to 34 or 35 hours now. It'll probably take me a little longer than the end of the week. I've actually got a trip to Sydney on Friday. If I can get it done before then, that'd be amazing. If not, I'll be taking you to Sydney with me, which could be fun. I'm just gonna knit away for the rest of the night and tomorrow pretty much every day. It'll be really fun. Just bound off of the body. I'm so excited. It took so long to bind off and to like do the ribbing, but here she is. She's looking absolutely beautiful. I have followed everything to pattern, like exactly to pattern, so 5 centimeters of ribbing at the end as well. She said just to use a whatever sewn bind off method you want, so I used the Rook bind off method, which I've found to be really good, nice and stretchy as well. Not sure if I'm the biggest fan of it on like ribbing. This is 2x2 ribbing. Like, it's nice, and I'm definitely not unpulling it. There is no way I'm unpulling it. It took so many hours to do this. I think there's about like 400 stitches on this. To do a sewn bind off is just requires a lot of patience. I had high hopes. I thought last night I could just do the ribbing, I'd bind off real quickly, and then today I could smash out a sleeve. But this is the Rook bind off, so it does give it, like, it is a nice finish. I just don't think I'm the biggest fan of it on ribbing for some reason. So I don't think I'm going to be doing this kind of ribbing on the sleeves. I've heard of the tubular bind off, which I haven't done before, but I've seen it and it looks really nice on ribbing, so I'm thinking I might give that a go for the sleeves. Worst comes to worst, I'll unpull it and then just do another bind off method. So far the whole body has taken me 52 hours to do, which is a lot of time, but well worth it, I think, with all this colour work. The colour work section in the middle of the body here is so fun. I love it. I barely made any mistakes, which is also really nice, a bit of a bonus. Like, you could do it without the colour work in the middle of the body, but I think it just adds so much to this sweater. So now I'm just going to pick up for sleeves and like do a little bit of colour work here, and then the sleeves are just plain. You can choose to do the motif here as well, all along the sleeve. I've seen one of the other testers do that and it looks really good, but I think for me personally, I think it's just a bit too busy for the sweater that I'm going for, so I'm just going to do plain sleeves. And yeah, I'm super excited. We'll see how far into a sleeve I can get this afternoon and into tonight. Maybe tomorrow or the next day I might be able to even get this one done and then put it through blocking. I'm a little worried because I've only got this much of the white ball left. I was going to do the sleeves at the same time with the magic loop. I've been seeing it and a few people have suggested doing them at the same time, but I don't have another ball of this, so I can't really do that. So I'm going to do single sleeves. So I'm really hoping this is actually enough for the sleeves. There's only like a little bit of white, so I should be fine. Otherwise I have to get another one, which isn't too bad because I am actually going to Sydney at the end of the weekend, and so I could actually maybe go and buy some knitting for Olive from a store, which would be kind of cool. Onto some sleeves. Update, I thought I'd give you a bit of a try on. It's looking really lovely and I'm absolutely loving the fit of it. I love everything about it. The colour of it's looking awesome. Yeah, I'm just really happy with this. The motif is just beautiful. All this colour work is gorgeous. I am actually going to do the sleeves at the same time because I realised that there's not colour work all the way down, so I don't need a ball of white. Because I've seen this beautiful technique of knitting 2 sleeves at once with a magic loop, and I wanted to give it a go, but I'm just not in the mood for trying on this sweater. So what I've done is I've got 2 smaller circular needle cables and I'm just switching the shorter 4mm back and forth between the 2 sleeves, which sounds like a lot more effort than just trying magic loop, but I'm going with it because I just prefer that style. So I'm going to try and like knit them kind of at the same time, like do one increase on one and then go to the other and do the other increase. So kind of see how that goes. Might be a bit of fun, something a bit different, and then that way you're not like on second sleeve island or something, you're doing them both at once, and I just want that gratification of kind of finishing 2 sleeves at once. That sounds really appealing to me. So gonna give that a go and yeah, knit away on sleeves for the rest of the night. And then tomorrow I'll see how much sleeve I can do. Oh no. Now he's decided to play with the string. No! My chickens are being so noisy. Girls, shush. I'm all done. I can't believe it. I accidentally forgot to like record doing the rest of the sleeves because I just got way too into it and just like totally forgot. So that's been the last 2 days was doing the sleeves, but I could not be happier with the result of this and I can't wait to block it out because yeah, I want to see how the colour work kind of expands and hopefully it all relaxes because it's a little bit ripply as colour work does. Oh my goodness, my chickens are so noisy right now. They're all laying eggs very, very noisily, so sorry about that. Bertha, could you please lay your eggs quietly? She can never lay her eggs quietly. Oh my goodness. But it is perfection. I adore this already, and I haven't made a light fingering weight sweater before, and I can see me definitely making a lot more in the future because it's not like overly warm like a DK weight, and so I feel like this would be just so good for autumn and spring days or like just popping on when it's just like a little bit chilly, but also keeps you nice and toasty. It's just a great lightweight kind of sweater to wear. I'm just so happy with the way it's turned out. Everything is fitting so lovely already, so I can't wait to see what it's going to be like when I finally block it out.
Right, that was it.
And I cannot be happier with the outcome of this sweater. It is just more than I could have ever imagined. I'm so happy with the way that the colors turned out and just everything about it is just perfect. The fit is perfect, the colors are perfect, the yarn is perfect. I just had a blast with this. So much fun. So I'll give you a few little details of the final cost and the final time. So I ended up using 4 balls of the plum clay and 2 balls of the marzipan with just a little leftover of each. And so the total cost, because I got these for 15% off from Knitting for Olive, and it was my first purchase, so I didn't have to pay for shipping either, which was just fantastic. So the total cost came to $57.12. And for an entire sweater, Colourwork sweater, that is just mind-blowingly amazing, I think. It was even cheaper than my Stitches sweater, and that was yarn that I just got from Spotlight. So I couldn't be happier with the price of this. And the total time, 67 hours and 30 minutes. So a labor of love, an absolute labor of love, and every single minute was worth it in the end because the results just speak for themselves. I am so happy. I am so stoked. This is one of my new favorite jumpers for sure. It's my only 4-ply jumper, so it's like nice and airy and loose, and it's just almost autumn here, so I'm gonna get plenty of wear out of this. So if you're looking to knit up this beautiful sweater, then the pattern has actually just been released this week. So I'll make sure to link the Ravelry link below in the description box, so make sure you check that out, and we could be twinning. We could have matching jumpers, which would just be amazing. Thank you so much for joining me on today's project vlog, and if you're looking for some more knitting inspiration, podcasts or vlogs, make sure to hit that subscribe button and you can join the family here at Lovely Day Knits. Thank you so much again for watching, and I hope you have a lovely day.